This is Harry Murray at Murray's Fly Shop in Edinburgh, Virginia. Let's talk about what we expect to find in the trout and smallmouth fishing in the month of January. Actually, the trout that have been stocked by the Game Commission in streams like Big Stony and all those, these trout have become acclimated to the stream real well. Many of them are moving in below the springs. Now, if you want to stop in here in the fly shop, I'll be glad to show you where these springs are, because there are a tremendous number of what I would call very large springs, especially on Big Stony. Anyway, these trout have become acclimated to it. They're moving in to feed below those springs. There are a couple reasons. The pH there certainly is favorable for good growth, but they really like to feed on the shrimp and the crest bugs that live in there. I use Ed Shank's shrimp crest bug in a 14-16 and the Murray shrimp in a 14 and 16. Now, the larger springs that I'm talking about flowing into a stream of that size can actually give good trout fishing downstream as much as 200 feet. The water temperature is good, the flow down through there is good, and the bugs really do reach downstream that far. Now, the way I fish a stream as big as, we'll say, Big Stony Creek or even Hidden Valley of the Jackson is to fish down and across stream. Use those flies I just mentioned. I'd fish them on probably 4X. Cast across stream, let them sink down deeply, maybe put a split shot 6 inches out ahead of it. But you want to get those flies down to the stream bottom, and they're not swimming around. They're just kind of scooting across the bottom when they're moving in there. So just kind of bring them across in a very, very slow hand stripping action as you work downstream. You can catch a lot of these big rainbows in there. Now, on some of the smaller streams, say, like those over in the Fort, Cedar Creek and some of those, you can really probably do better fishing below the springs by working your way up. Those small streams, if you try to go down, you're going to spook the fish. So when you find those springs in those type streams, go in, probably 100 feet below them and fish those same flies I was just talking about, going upstream dead drift and fish right straight up to the spring. But there is good fishing to be had throughout the whole month of January in this type area. Just stop in here and let me go over the maps with you, and that'll help you narrow it down quite a bit. Okay, let's talk about the bass situation. Certainly the feeding has slowed down a little bit, but these smallmouth find their homes and their feeding stations in the deep, slow water. I've got a friend who will put his boat in, drift from deep pool. Now I'm talking about water 5, 6, 7 feet deep. He'll drift from deep pool to deep pool to deep pool, anchor at the upper end of each one of those pools, and fish them with a heavy fly, big heavy fly like the Murray's Tungsten Marauder in a size 4. You want to give them a good big mouthful. But crawl that across the bottom. One of those areas, if the area is twice as big as a tennis court, we'll say, yeah, he'll devote a half hour or 45 minutes to fishing a pool that deep. But he's swimming that streamer right across every inch of that bottom. Probably a sinking tip line, high D head, sink tip 3 line, something like that, because you do want to get your fly just as deeply as you can get it. and swim it just as slowly as you can swim it. One area that's very easy to do this on, although you've got to turn around and paddle back up, is Chapman's Landing. There is some terrific water just below Chapman's Landing, and honestly, even though it's a game commission access place, it doesn't get that much pressure. Everybody plays around right there where they park the car, but the best water is on down through there about another half mile, 45, another half mile, 3/4 of a mile down through there. Now, eventually, on that, after you get down about 2 miles, you're going to be down into largemouth water. But, there again, you can dig those out if you're fishing along the stream bottom. If you have any questions on any of this, just ring me here at the fly shop, or better yet, stop in and let me go over the maps with you. You can reach me here almost any day. Harry Murray at Murray's Fly Shop in Edinburgh, Virginia. Thank you so much.